Hi, I'm Bill Stasinski, and I am here to introduce the latest version of Design, Build, Decoded, where we take you through the process of building a house from beginning design all the way through construction. Now, in this episode, what we're going to do is summarize where we're at currently with the progress of the home, and we'll also have at the end a little bit of a treat of showing you a little bit of snippets of where we've been from start to where we are now, but there's also a secret surprise at the end. So what you need to do is watch to the end and see what is up in store to delight everybody, or at least delight me. Okay, so we're going to start with showing you what the house is right now. We're under roof, we have all the mechanicals in place, and this is a good time to document all that. And what we used to do is go around and take photographs of everything that's in all the walls, but now we have a process where we use this iGuide camera, and it's a 3D image of the entire house. So and we'll show you how that's done, but essentially what we'll have is the entire house scanned and visual images of everything that's in place. Beck here is from our office, and he's doing the scanning. So why don't you explain a little bit about what you're doing here?
Yeah, so the way this thing kind of works is it has its own kind of internal compass, so it's aware of where it is in space, but as you take pictures of these spaces, it takes a 3D panorama, and then it sends a beam out and takes measurements based on each space. So when you have a couple different measurements, it can give you kind of a good understanding of how big or small a certain space is.
Okay, so we've had the images all processed, and what we get back is a little floor plan here, and along with that, the 3D images. So we're starting from the outside, and this allows us to zoom in. It also allows us to zoom up, take a look at things, but it gives us a good idea of what's going on. It's really good for referencing things that then later get covered up. So let's go inside. The real purpose of this is what we can see. We can see where all the conduit is located, where all the outlets are at. This even shows where the netting is put up in preparation for insulation. And I can just move through the floor plan and go into different rooms, and I can see where our plumbing is located. That way there's just no question where and how all the plumbing was done. Also, you can see in here the fire caulking that has to happen in the process of getting prepared for insulation. That's part of the inspections. And then if I go into the family room, great room area, again, all the utilities are here. But one thing to note is all of the caulking that's done, not only at the bottom of the wall where that plate meets the floor, but then also any multiple studs are also caulked. And this is all in the attempt to seal the houses as much as we can. And any outlet that goes to the outside is also foamed in place so that you don't have all the air leakage that would otherwise occur. So we can see where some of the plumbing is and such, and it's just a great tool for going back and looking and trying to find something that's hidden, and gives us an opportunity to know where things are at. All right, and using this iGuide imaging, here's a great example of what might be good for a homeowner in the future. You can see all the various piping going on for not only the bathroom, but the laundry room on the other side of the wall, and where we have our dryer vent and gas line and all this conduit. So what happens sometimes is someone may be putting something in the wall and puncture a pipe, and they could know what's going on behind that wall, or if they're putting some sort of anchoring in. And I don't know that they would do that in this situation, but somewhere along the way, if they're looking to do some renovation, for instance, at some point, and wondering, okay, can we put a door opening in this wall somewhere, and they really can't because there's plumbing going through there. So there's a variety of reasons that it might be helpful, but I just think it's great to be able to see where one conduit runs to another box, because once that's covered up, you have no clue as to where the wires are going from this electrical box over to the electrical box in the wall over there. All right. So here's the big ass quilting room, and this really emphasizes just how big that room is by looking at the eye guide here. But again, there's certain things in the wall that you can look at, but that's one big, beautiful room.
So you have your big ass garage.
Right.
And Carrie has her big ass quilting.
Big ass quilting room. Yep. All right. So now it's time to go take a look at what's been happening from start to where we are right now. And this is kind of a fun exercise because I actually was able to take a look at some of the stuff way back in the design and how that design evolved and where we are now. And that was kind of a great look back, along with the construction and remembering the winter and the snow and the cold and all those things to get us where we are now. So why don't you take a little trip back and get a recap of what's gone on in the past. And don't forget, I've got a reveal coming up that's super special, so pay attention. Hey, hello everybody. I'm here at the job site, and this is day one of construction where we've started the excavation. The pivot door arrived off the truck a few days ago. This thing weighs about 850 pounds or so with the crate and everything, so it was a little tough to get off, but I had a dolly that we put this on so I could maneuver it through the garage here, tarped it over just to protect it until I can take a look and open it. So now it's time for the big reveal. So this is the door itself. Like I said, it's 4 foot by 8 foot, has a glass panel on it. It's drilled for a a deadbolt, and then there'll be a door hardware, a long handle that'll go along the side of the glass area. You can see down at the this is the bottom of the door on this side, and you could see that the pivot is down here. That'll sit on a pin, and that's what the door pivots on. All right, so how about that reveal? Not as exciting for you as it is for me, but anyhow, we've got the door. Need to start finishing it. It'll take 3 coats of a clear finish on it, and we'll eventually get that installed. But with that, I want to leave you with what's up next, and that'll be the garage floor slab and the prep for that, the radiant tubing and all. So that'll be our next episode. So please like, subscribe, and please join us for the next episode.